Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I still don't fix my hair. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on this eyeshadow look that I am currently wearing. And I created this look using the Younique Addiction palette number 4. So if you want to see how I got this look, then keep on watching. Okay, so I've already prepped my eyes using some concealer, going in with the Moodstruck Addiction 4 palette. And going in, this first shade is called Arrogant. I'm going to be going in with it. I do wish that there was a lighter transition shade in this palette, but these colors are so pigmented and so pretty. Do you see how much pigment you get? And I literally dipped my brush in there once, but then they blend out really awesomely also. So it's a pretty good deal. Just going to blend that shade into the transition I'm going to blend that shade into the crease for transition shade. And actually, we're going to use several shades out of the palette. But don't put any more on the brush and just keep blending upward slowly. And that will kind of blow the color out. You want to put your brush initially where you want the most color deposited. And I did not speed this video up any because I want you to see that when you're working with colors like this, it does require a little bit of time with blending and everything. Now, this is a NYX gel crayon in the color black. It's a jumbo eye pencil. And I like to use these when I'm going to be going in with a matte shade all over the lid. Because sometimes if you just go straight in with the matte color that you're going to use, it can get a little patchy. And I can't handle that. So I just put just a little bit of this underneath it and blend it out. And then I will go in with the matte shade all over the lid that I'm going to use. And it helps to keep any shades from being patchy. I really love these little NYX jumbo pencils. And they're like $3 or $4. I don't know. They're not much. But I just pat that in and dab it in with my finger. Next up, we are going to go in with my favorite shade in this palette and with like a flat shader brush. But it's this green called Cheerful. And it's like a deep teal. I really love this shade. I find that it blends really easily if you're just using it like in the crease or anything. But whenever you are putting it all over the lid, I do find it to be patchy, as most dark shades are. Just a little bit. It's a little bit hard to work with if you don't put a base under it. It just makes it a whole lot easier to build that color up and get it the way that you want it. And to make sure that it's not patchy. So that is just how I prefer to do it. You can do it however you like. Overall though, I love these Younique eyeshadow palettes. The pigmentation is insane in these palettes. I really love them. And especially, now we're going to go in with Triumphant, which is just a little bit deeper of a shade, and just go right back over top, packing that on top as well. Just to kind of give a little bit more dimension to the eye. And you have to be careful, like when you're going back and forth with windshield wiper motions here, because you will run into a little bit of that patchiness, and also you will get it a little everywhere. So then I'm just using the clean side of my brush to blend that out a little bit. But the shimmer shades in these palettes are some of the best that I have ever used. No joke. And I've used a lot of eyeshadow palettes. So they have some pretty good eyeshadows, I have to say. Just keep blending that out till the colors kind of mesh. You don't want any harsh lines, so you'll just keep kind of blending. And I did go back in with just a little bit of that first Cheerful shade there, just to dab that in where we might have caused any patchiness or anything. Now we'll go back in with a big fluffy brush and the first shade that we used in the palette called Arrogant, and blend out harsh lines again. So like I said, it's a lot of blending when you're working with shades like this, but the end result is really, really pretty, so I think it's worth it. It's not a look I would do every single day because I ain't got this kind of time in the mornings, you know what I'm saying? But it is really, really pretty if you have time to work with it. Just cleaning up underneath my eye there just a little bit. Because we're going to get ready to go in with some other shades. And I couldn't decide if I was going to leave this an all matte look or if I was going to use some of the shimmer shades. Dabbing on some concealer to put under my eye so that I can do the lower lash line. And just going to blend that out. I like to do my concealer and everything before I do the lower lash line the majority of the time, because it's kind of hard to do it afterward without messing up what you just did. So, and you can use your concealer here to clean up the edges of the eyeshadow as well. I always do that. Like, that's why I love applying my eyeshadow first, because I can be as messy as I want to and then just clean it up. I love doing it that way. It's so much easier. It's less stressful application for me because I can get messy, you know. Otherwise, I will use tape sometimes, but I'm just going to use like an angle brush, a really thin angle brush, to go in with that shade Cheerful and put this on the lower lash line. And just put it close to the lashes there. And all the way across. I was going in with like the least amount of product that I could because I didn't want to like create this huge mess on my lower lash line, because it can get a little crazy sometimes. Just get that all the way across. And then I go back in with the color Arrogant, just matching it to the top, basically is what I'm doing, with just a little thicker brush and kind of blending that all out to kind of blow it out there. And then we can clean this up too as well. So, no big deal there, because it's looking a little janky right now, but you can clean it all up. And just make sure that the colors are nice and blended. Anyway, I couldn't decide if I was going to leave this an all matte look, because you could just stop right here. But I did want to use this color, Secretive. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And just put it on the actual ball of your eye, like, I don't know how, just in the center of your eye, just for that little pop. But do you see how pigmented this is? And that's a shimmer shadow with no Fix Plus or anything else. I didn't wet my brush or anything. It's just that pigmented. I love these shimmer shades. They are awesome. And that just gives it like a little pop, you know, a little drama to your eye. And I do the same exact thing on the lower lash line, and then just kind of blend it all out. And then go back in with the other side of your brush to blend the top out. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Tender, and you couldn't tell right there, but it is a shimmer shade as well. And I'm just going to put that right on the brow bone. I just use my finger for this because I find that it's easier to blend it all. And you'll see that, like, I was using my pinky to begin with, but then I had to blend with another finger because I was afraid it was going to get too much. And I put that in the inner corner as well to kind of make that pop. And that's pretty much it, guys. Go back in with a big fluffy brush just to blend one last time, because you want to make sure that that shade that you went in with initially is still visible, and especially blended with the shade that you used on the brow bone and everything. But that's it. So top it off with your favorite mascara, and if you're like me, a nude lip, and that's going to complete the look. I think it's a pretty good little fall look, if I do say so myself. That's going to complete the video, guys. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified for future videos from me. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.